Hmm. There we go. I think we're live. Evening all. Give us a thumbs up under the video if we're working. Type something in the comments, one or the other. I've done this for a week, so yeah, try to remember if everything worked. Been a busy old week. Let's see. Evening Gary, evening David, evening Roger, Elaine. Excellent. Looks like we're working then. Marvellous. Pete, good evening. Yes, so excuse me. Yes, back from my busy week down in South Wales on another telly job. Been in Newport in the if you're down in South Wales, Newport, the Friars Walk, is it, shopping centre? Basically done out a shopping there for this new TV series. So if you're down there in the next week or so, opposite the H&M store, you'll see a funky-ish looking, clothes-ish looking shop with unique boutique on it, and that's what I've been doing for the past week. So there we are. I think they start filming in a week's time. Some kind of makeover show or something. Not entirely sure, but there we are. So yeah, got back late Friday night and just trying to catch up on everything really. So I spent yesterday editing a whole load of photographs, about 100 I think I put up. So that was mainly on the machines. So I think they should all now have 4 or 5 photographs each of them. There's 47 machines, or minus the mutoscopers. I think there's 45 or 46 actual machines anyway. The last 3 went up today. 3 more all wins. And 11, as I've just called this one 11 winners. I don't actually know who made this one, if anybody knows. It's quite an old one, quite an early all win. So there we are. Greg says, hello everyone, listening in the car en route to Bicester. You'll have to describe what I'm not seeing. Oh, fair enough. Well, looking at all wins at the minute. Even Gary and Daz as well. Yeah, so this all was quite an early one. Quite wide as well. It's not quite giant all win size, but it's bigger than usual. You can see the inside is quite an early one. Pays out 1, 2 or 3 coins. Been converted onto new 1p, I imagine, from Old Penny. With just the usual sleeving in the payout tube, so you can put it back to Old Penny. Mahogany case. Yeah, it needs a couple of little bits. Flicker handle and a thumb stop, but we've got those in with the spare parts anyway, so it's quite an easy restoration, that one. There's a winner Nestles. We sold one in the last auction, I think. Again, another sort of original unrestored. Yeah, case is pretty good on it. As you can see there, it's not been too abused. Working Old Penny. And a selector cup. Again, a pretty good original straight unrestored one. It's got its original locks but no keys. The top is unlocked, the bottom cash door is locked in a minute, but you know, you can take the back off and unscrew the lock. Get your lock to cut a key. That's a really good solid cabinet on that one. It'll come up nicely with a fresh coat of varnish on it, I think. 642 payout. It's got all these payout trips in it, as you can see from the mech photograph there. So that's another good one. Then all the other things as well. There's sort of 4, I think, pretty much photographs of everything. Usually do it from the front, the 2 angles, and the mech as well. So if any questions on any of the machines, let me know. A lot of them are still waiting for descriptions, which will get done either overnight or tomorrow. So the plan is to get the catalogue onto Easy Live tomorrow. So that then gives it a week to advertise it before the auction next Sunday. With as many more extra bits as I can get onto the catalogue as possible. I will put some more spares up in the auction as well, particularly locks. I know there's a lot of people are after locks at the moment. There's quite a few to do to sort out. I have sorted some out. So there'll be maybe, I don't know, 20, might be 20 lots of locks or something like that go on the spares as well. Then anything I can't get listed this time will go in the next one in November. It's got a few books that needs to go through as well, some signs. So I'll get up what I can, but appreciate from the seller's point of view, obviously it needs a few days to advertise, as it were. So yeah, so that's where we're at with all of that lot. So what I'll do, what the plan is with the auction next Sunday is to do it in sort of 2 halves. So I'll probably do the spares first, maybe in the morning, maybe at like start at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock or something. I have to work out the timings. Then do what you might call the proper amusement auctions, i.e. the machines and the fairground stuff, etc., at 1 o'clock as usual. And there'll probably be a little bit of a break in between the two, but that way you've only got to register for 1 auction. You haven't got to register for 2 auctions. You haven't got to pay your £3 twice, etc. So that seemed the best way of doing that. So hopefully that makes sense. Just means you won't have to lie in too much on Sunday morning to bid for the bits, nor will I come to that. But of course you can always put the advanced bids in, the auto bids in, so you don't have to sit through it all. Yeah, so that's where, so if any questions on any of the lots or the auction itself, ask. Gary says, I'm at work Saturday night, bugger. Fair enough. You have to put some auto bids on then. Yeah, so as soon as the catalogue goes up tomorrow, then you'll be able to place auto bids when the Easy Live system bids up for you. If you haven't done that before, it's pretty straightforward. I'll go through it later in the week of how to do it again anyway. But it's pretty much like leaving a bid on eBay or anything like that, where the system just bids just enough for you to try and win it. I don't get to see what your bids are. I don't even know you put a bid on. It just just shows as an ordinary bid at the time of the auction itself. So there, so that works quite well. And then also a couple of people have asked about the spares that are on the buy now, whether they'll go in the auction. I won't go in this one, but I may well put them in November if this batch of spares sells okay. All this stuff. You know, if there's interest, bearing in mind obviously going out to a wider market because there's the whole of Easy Live as well, then all these other spares that have been sat here, some have been here a year or so. The thing with spares is you either need them or you don't you? But then we may well put all that lot into the November auction again and do it as a split auction, a 2-part auction. Do all the spares first again, and try and, you know, get a lot of that sold as well. So we'll just see how it goes. Really, it's a bit of an experiment, as it's been all the way through, really, just to see what works, see what the best way of selling stuff is. Hopefully it will take off and we can get a load of that lot sold as well, which will be good. Elaine says Roger will be up. Well, that's good. Yeah, he'll be up, yep, buying some bits. Marvellous. Oops, let's just go back there a minute. If I click on the right button, it would help, wouldn't it? There we go. Les says, any news? What is happening with Dingles? No, I haven't heard actually. I must, yeah, I sort of keep forgetting to chase Adam up and find out what's happening. Yes, I must try and remember to do that. I say the past few weeks have been a bit crazy for me because of 2 weeks out on jobs, which I wasn't expecting. But at the end of the day, they pay me lots of money and I have bills to pay like everybody else does. So, you know, when somebody offers you an awful lot of money to go and do a week's work, you can't really say no. And are the dimensions for the empty Allwins cabinets on screen? Let me just see what you mean. There is an empty Allwin cabinet, which is in the spares section. Somewhere, this one, which is a standard Ollie Wales cabinet. If you mean on the coin-op machines section, what appears to be 4 empty cabinets. They're not empty cabinets, they are complete machines. They just need to put them back together again. So the Parker's 12 Win, the Winner Chew, the Double Six, and the Winner Nestles, or Winner Nestle. We've got a complete one and a kit form one. So these are complete machines. So if you click on them now, all the pictures are there. They might not have been the last time you looked. So on the Winner Nestles, as we used to call them, we see there's a complete one, the one I added on today, and just scroll down a bit, and then there's the other one, which again is all there, but it's just in sort of kit form basically. You can see I've done both sides of the playfield for you, the cabinet from all angles, and just the bottom of the inside of the door, so you can see it's got its levers, springs, and bits and bobs. Yeah, hinges on the cabinet, etc. So the cabinets have been done, stripped and revarnished. Essentially just want to put them back together again. So they are, I haven't actually put the sizes of those on, but they're the usual sort of all-in size really. If you need a specific dimension of something, a very accurate dimension of something, like the odd cabinet in the spares to fit a door, the cabinets probably do very slightly. Send me a message, an email or a text, or via the website or whatever, and I'll get a dead accurate measurement. Because generally the measurement's within sort of ½ inch or so, whatever. And usually with all wooden cabinets, I usually measure the main width, i.e. not the overhangs of the top and the bottom. So it'll be like from side to side. Obviously with the little overhang little bits, it's a bit wide. And again, the same with the bandits. Where do you measure? Do you measure the main bandit cabinet, or the base usually hangs out a little bit, and then obviously the handle sticks out a bit as well. And generally I sort of pick an average-ish measurement, because most people know how big they are. Yeah. So that's for that lot. What have we got in the fairgroundy section? To add any extra bits? Some nice artwork panels. These, I think, have all got the measurements on. 16 by 24, yeah, they've all got the measurements on. The cartons one's quite big. It's sort of 5 foot square, that one. Quite an impressive thing. You've got a big bit of wall in your games room to fill up. Do nicely. These are quite nice. Well, these rockets from Carter's Jets. They're rather nice. They're 4 foot by 18 inches, or they're about 17 inches, whatever. They're quite good lumps, quite like those. There's a couple of nameplates from Carter's trucks as well. Those if you like your Carter's bits and bobs. Old 17 and the King. So the Carter's finishing travelling very shortly, if they haven't done already. Not sure when their last event was. Their Carter stuff might suddenly go up in value, mightn't it? Circus, what have we got here? Just some programs. I think the book, there's some more. There's a whole load of books and posters and things to go through. I'll try and get some more of them up tomorrow, or Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever. But you know, time is time, and it's running out rapidly. So I should do my best. Anything obviously left over will go in the November sale. So there's a lot of film posters as well to do. There's some more advertising bits and bobs, some smaller bits as well. So again, see what I can do. There's quite a good cast iron stand if you look at one. It's quite a tall one, this one. 3 foot high, which is kind of taller than it sounds. You think, oh, 3 foot high is about average, but actually they're not. About, I think, sort of 30 inches or so is probably average. So it's a bit higher than normal. Yeah, it's a nice stand if you need one for anything. It's got a little wooden a little wooden oak base screw sort of bolted on the top. You could take it off and put a bigger base on the little bases later on the top. So you want to put a bigger base on to sit a bandit on or something. That'd be easy enough to do. Yeah, so there we go. This is rather nice, the chicken sign. This is the actual one in Chris Pierce's book, the American advertising book, whatever it's called. I've got it somewhere. I can't find my copy at the minute, which is slightly annoying, but it is the actual sign out of the book. 5 foot wide, 4 foot high in round numbers. Yeah, pretty good thing. If you like your chickens, or if you you know, keep chickens or something, put it up in your chicken shed. It'll look fantastic. Yeah, so there we are. Any questions, comments of anybody, fire away, let me know. Then after that I've got to crack on with the auction of horrors for the 23rd, is it? I think that's booked in for. Some stuff here already, there's more stuff on its way. So I'll be straight on that, basically as soon as I've got this catalogue sorted out, sort of by the midweek, the last bits and bobs. I'll try again also talking about this stuff with the machines, at least to do the little quick spin you around videos, not full on playing the machines, they just take too long to do. But just plonk them on the turntable and spinning them around once. It doesn't take that long, so I can probably do it all in a day basically, so that's not quite so bad. At least then you can see 360 degree of the machines. I think with the bandits I photographed them all with the back doors on. I don't think I photographed the mechs. There's one thing I might have forgotten to do, bizarrely. I've only got one picture, but most of them have got several pictures. People sometimes ask, have they got a back door, or can we see the back door? So again, we'll check again tomorrow. Any that are missing, we'll get the last of the pictures up. As we go along. Golden Falls have I got up? Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. But again, just ask if in any doubt, of course, on anything. Yeah, so horrors on 23rd of October, and then 27th, I think it is, of November, will be the last one of the year, probably, he says, of Vintage Amusements again. I think we've got another telly job midweek in November, mid of November, well, 14th, I think it is, for a week. It's all gone a bit busy all of a sudden. Just looking at the calendar, yeah. But that should be okay. We can squeeze that one in, I'm sure. So yeah, there we are. Alan's here again sometime after the auction, what weekend? Need to get dates after 21 to the 23rd of October. First, it seems like a big gap unusually for Alan, but yeah, check with him obviously if you want to a quote for anything. He'll always give you a quote as well if you're, if you're thinking of buying something and wondering how much it would cost to get an all-in to you wherever you are in the country. Just give him a shout. There's details on the shipping page there. Number and email, and I'm sure he'll gladly give you a quote for what you're thinking of buying, so you can allow that in your costs. Then hopefully in the week, toward the end of the week, I have time to scan some more of this archivey stuff in. I was going to do all these working model pictures next. I've got quite a few of them. You can't really see, can you? But anyway, there's a bit of a stack of them here. To perhaps have a look at Sunday night after the auction. Usually do it after the auction, Sunday evening, a bit of a run through the prices of what stuff sold for. Have a chit chat about that. But I'll try and get some more of those archivey pictures up as well. Because I haven't done it in the past couple of weeks because I've been busy. And yeah, they're always good fun to look at and interesting. Yeah, any questions of anybody? Any questions, comments, anybody you need to know? Far away. I think there's a few you know, subscription things I need to update, and bits and bobs like that. I haven't forgotten, I just haven't got round to it yet because I've been busy with everything else. So don't panic, and they will get done. Either tonight or tomorrow morning. Videos this week, I will do one definitely Tuesday night. Yeah, probably one Wednesday or Thursday as well, maybe, because there might be some late, not late entries as such, but some late additions to the catalogue. Say some of the, like some extra spares and some, probably some books and posters and bits. There won't be anything, what I'd call major items extra that's now not listed on the website. There's not any more machines for this sale coming in. But we'll get some of the locks done. A bit of variety, some all-win locks and some bandit type locks, because I know people are looking for them. Some more books. I think there's more books. There's more posters. I know some circus posters. There's some little bits of advertising stuff. So there'll probably be another 50 odd lots or something like that. Bits and bobs going on for maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. Yeah. So it's all good. I've got to have a day as well. We've got a leak here somewhere in the roof, which is not good. So that's a day I've got to go rummaging around and try and sort that out. There's always something, isn't there? But never mind, never mind. Let's just see if anybody's any new wants on the wanted section. Are we getting on here? 27 people have got £107,000 apparently to spend. Some of the latest ones, the Ollie Wells viewer. Do you know, I've not seen one of those for a long time. Anyone's got one of those? 12. When did we last sell one of those? Oh, 2017. 5 years ago. So if you've got one of those, dig it out for the November sale. A waterfall. Anybody got a spare Brian's waterfall? Knocking it out. You win. Game shot. I think that was on before, wasn't it? I think it's these last three, the most recent ones to go up. Yeah. But yeah, just keep an eye on that page, see what people are wanting. And if you want to cash anything in for Christmas, that might give you an idea of you know, the sort of money you might get. Interesting. Got 2 people after swinging swinger. Oh yeah, excuse me. Oh, tired, knackered. That's beautiful. Was beautiful. What was I just looking at? There's always a few minutes delay, isn't there? Was it the viewer? Might have been. Anyway, whatever. Been a long week. A long week. I was going to just say something. Oh yeah, the pinball machine. I have got a little video of that the vendor sent me before he sent the machine down. Yes, I'll get that uploaded. There is a video of the mutoscope reel. And the other ones is how to do a 360-degree twirl on, probably, but it might not be till Wednesday or Thursday. So I've got time to do all that. So just bear with me on those. If you want to come physically view anything, I'm around pretty much all week in Cambridge. Just get in touch before you set off just to make sure, but yeah, pretty much every day, all day I'm around. I've got a few bits of running about to do. and a bit of clambering up on the roof, see if I can find a leak, etc. But other than that, I should be around if you want to come for a visit, no problem. So yeah, that's probably about it, I should think. Unless there's anybody from anything. If not, then I'll go and get some dinner. And we'll catch up again on Tuesday night. When the catalogue will be up and you'll be able to put your bids on. So I'll go through again, for those of you who haven't done it before, how to do the bids, especially the absentee bids, or auto bids as they call them, if you're not able to join us live on Sunday. I'll show you how to do that. Yeah, so there we are. So that's it, I think, from me. Have a jolly evening. Hope you've all had a jolly weekend, whatever you've been up to. And we'll catch up again on Tuesday. I'll just stick a note on here for anyone who tunes in late. Next video, Tuesday Eve. 8:05 p.m. as usual. Fire that in there like that. Lovely. And we'll catch up then. That's it. Nighty night.